What up guys, in this video I want to share with you my personal experience how I was able to pay zero tax while living in Southeast Asia, especially Thailand. And just a quick disclaimer here, this video is not meant to be illegal or tax advice. It's just something that worked for me from my personal experience. So I would really recommend that you should consult with an expert, certified legal expert, to see what best work for you. Now, you probably heard of the saying before, there's two kind of money game. The first is learning how to make money, and the second is learning how to keep the money that you made. This video is going to be solely focused on the second lesson, which is focusing on keeping the money that you made. Now, before I show you the business structure and the cash flow setup, I want to take you back to the beginning and how I get to this point. All right, so in the beginning, 2021, I was in Australia. I was having an Australian business, pretty much an Australian company, and I was making some decent money. So it's around 10-20K per month at this stage, way better than when I was doing my full-time job. Okay, so I was making some decent money and I was an entrepreneur, and I was planning to move overseas anyway with the money that I made. But that struck me, right? My accountant called me. I received a phone call from him and he was saying, hey, look, our business is making some money right now. We're required by law to register and pay for this thing, which we'll call GST in Australia. Now, if you're new here, it stands for Goods Services Tax. Some country may refer to it as VAT, value added tax. And yeah, that sort of sucks, right? You have to add this extra fee on top of your products and your services now. It just adds complexity to your business for no reason. And yeah, different countries refer to it as different name, either GST or VAT. Australia are also different rate as well. Australia have it 10%, Thailand have it for 7%, Malaysia have it for 6%, and in New Zealand have it for 15%, double of Malaysia, right? More than double of Malaysia, really. So it's really depending on what country you're operating in. The goods and services taxes is really adjust to that. And mind you, this is very different from income tax, right? This is not the same as income tax. So what you need to do now is you need to add 10% of taxes, especially in Australia. This is for Australia reference, on top of your price. So if you sell something for $10, you need to charge people $11 and really hold that $1 for the government. Like, you need to hold it for the government, all right? And you need to file a report every 3 months now, which is quarterly, for no reason. And I just feel like that's really unnecessary. You need to file everything 3 months instead of a year now. So before that, I was filing stuff a year. So my decision, I decided to include GST in my price to keep everything clean and simple, right? So instead of like putting in the invoice $3,000 plus tax, I just put like 33, which is 10%, right? And it's technically the same thing, but I'll tell you what is the nightmare after that, right? So pretty much I need to pay 4x the amount of bookkeeping and accounting service now that I require to launch every report every quarter, right? So I was paying 4x the salary, the fee, the contractor fee for my bookkeeper, and as well as my accounting. And I don't like that. I mean, like, they're not cheap. And I remember spending anywhere between 7 to 12K per payout every 3 months in GST owed to the government, plus the service fee to the bookkeeper and to the accountant. I was paying them to prepare all of this, and I was paying the government for what owed. Now there's an argument saying, hey, look, Vico, why don't you do everything yourself? Again, guys, if you're running a business, you're the CEO, you have other things that you have to do, right? You have to build funnel, launch ad, sell to customer, and make sure your customer get result, right? Please don't do your own bookkeeping unless you're in the accounting space, right? And I wasn't one of that guy who's saying, hey, I'm gonna do everything myself, especially when I'm really don't like accounting and bookkeeping. Like, it's not my special skill. You know, if you're like me, you're gonna allocate your time and your energy to do what you're good at and what you like to do. And I wasn't going to do it myself. I was gonna pay somebody to do it, and now I have to pay 4x the fee that I have to pay. And now the other argument that you probably say, hey, look, the tax is really not your money, I'm just holding it. But you know, I'm collecting it and it's landing in my business bank account, and you know, even though it's not my money, When you technically what you need to do sensibly is you need to create another bank account and put that fund aside so that you don't look at it. Now, if you're a business owner like me and the money lands in your bank account, you tend to use it, right, to reinvest in your business, to buy stuff, to pay for talents, right, to pay for employee and talents, to reinvest that back into your business. And that's exactly what I've done, right? I've done that. And now every 3 months you have to pay that money that you collected back to the government, and it's really hurt. It's really hurt, right? I could feel the burn, right? I could feel the burn. 7 to 12K for every 3 months, just not little, right? At least at the money that I was making. And however, I just have to accept it. There's nothing I can do. That was the law, and I thought everyone was obliged to do this. That wasn't the case. That was a false belief that I have, guys. And right now, what I'm doing is I'm cruising in Asia. I enjoy a luxurious life, yet it's affordable. I require to launch a very simple form to the IRS, stand for Internal Revenue Service, I think, to the American department this time, once a year. The process is so simple. I was quoted about $200 a year to do it. I'm paying someone else to do this and launching it for me. It's like $200 a year. And that is totally like way less than this, right? I can't really remember this, but this is quite a lot, right? Bookkeeper and accounting. Now I'm reducing that to $200 a year, and I'm not required to pay any income tax made by the company, and I'm not required to charge and withhold VAT or GST, right? And I'm also not required to operate in the US. Actually, I never been to the US, right? I actually never visit the USA, nor am a citizen of it. What I'm about to tell you take months of research and information gathering and investing into talking to experts in the field. So I'm paying people to get this knowledge. So I'm putting this out for you guys, okay? And I have looked at countries like Singapore and Dubai for this structure. These countries are famous for 0% tax rate. I have looked at them. They are not as simple as the structure that I'm about to show you. It's simple and very, very cheap, okay? Let me just show you the mind map. I'll take a screenshot here, but let me just walk you through. Pretty much what I did, guys, is that I opened a new LLC in Delaware. You can do that in a couple of other states that is suitable, but pretty much what I do here is I open a US LLC, limited liability company. That's what LLC stands for. And because I'm not a citizen, aka a foreigner, the LLC form is automatically count as a disregard entity, meaning that your company and you are the same entity in the eye of the IRS. So in the eye of the government, of the tax department, me and my company is the same thing. We're not a separate thing. Just to give you a reference here, my Australian company that I had before is a separate entity from me. And that's most of businesses sort of have to be, right? Your business and you are separate. But in this case, we are the same. So that means the company doesn't pay tax, right? But I do, right? I do pay tax, okay? However, I'm not in the US and I'm not a tax resident of it. So honestly, for this to work, you're required not to be a citizen of the USA and live outside of it. Now, what I know before with this is that if someone is a citizen of the US and then they live in Thailand or Philippines and all that stuff, they still require to pay tax to the US. That's why I see so many people revoke their US citizenship, as crazy as it sounds, right? When you actually start to make a lot of money, you probably consider that, because I heard a lot of story about that. Again, like I said, every country, every citizenship, everything have their own different term. You need to find out what works well for you. Now, again, like this story is literally for my situation. I've done a lot of research for it. So I want to make a video about it. So now what I did is it's very simple. Like, you had no idea how simple it is to make a US LLC. It's so simple. Like the fact that I never been there, right? I never actually visit or been there. I was able to make it, right? I'll show you guys how to do that in a bit. But what I did is that once I done it, it will take 2 to 3 weeks, right? 14 to 21 days. I got a formation letter and EIN, which stands for Employee Identification Number. I get all this legal stuff, and I took this paper and I opened a new Stripe account, right? Which is the payment processor. And I also take the same document and open a Vice account. If you haven't known that from our last video, it's pretty much a virtual bank account that have many currency, right? They give you virtual bank account for like a lot of currency, then you can literally use that to actually hook it up with Stripe. Let me just show you a demonstration here. Yep, it's really just you create Vice that hook it up with Stripes, and Stripe that hook it up with Vice. So that's mean when you charge somebody, it goes to Stripe, and then Stripe pay out to your Vice account. What you can do is that you use that same Vice account to pay your overseas contractor, like from the Philippines or from Pakistan or from India, because it's really good at doing that. That's what it made for, right? That's what Vice made for. You could just change your US dollar into Filipino peso and then just pay out to them in like 1 day. Now, the US Vice is different from the Australian Vice. It doesn't have any card that I can use. What I do is that I make, register to a payment app like Revolut and RelayFi or American Express or Chase, Sapphire, all that stuff. Actually, encourage you to use a credit platform that allow you to accumulate points for business flight, free hotel and free meals and all that stuff. So what you do is that you just have to use your Vice account, your business Vice account, and pay to this payment platform every month. And then you would have an income platform, which is this thing, and then an expense platform. And then that's gonna be like your bookkeeping. Like that's gonna be like your cash flow in and out. And it's really simple. It's just really 2 apps. We used to have only 1 app when Vice have the card, but we don't have card now. So like we're gonna sign up for some credit company to get us point anyway. So remember, I do still need to pay tax, but right now I live in Thailand. Right, I'm a tax resident of Thailand. So that means I'm gonna play by the Thai rule. So I'm gonna be paying myself whatever amount I want. Remember, this is my company. I pay to myself in Thai Baht. THB stands for Thai Baht. Whatever amount I want. Yeah, that's how I do it. I'm still paying personal income tax to the Thai government, and that's the only tax that I pay. Right, and it's it's very reasonable. It's very affordable. It's very low. And I'm happy with it. It's way, way, way better than what I'm doing here, where I'm paying, mind you that this 7 to 12K per every 3 months is not include income tax, guy, which means, right, at the end of the year, I'm paying all of this, and then I'm stuck with tens of thousands of dollars at the end of the year as income tax on behalf of my company. That's a lot, right? That's like a lot, way, way, way more than I'm paying at Thailand. And right now I'm, living in Thailand, which in terms of lifestyle and varieties and options is way better than Australia. So why not do that, right? That's the mind map, that's the roadmap. Hopefully it makes sense. So first of all, here's the resource. But before you implement any of this, please consult with a certified advisor. To register a LLC in the US, I go with Stripe Atlas. Right, here's the link. It's really simple, guys, because once you make the company with Stripe, it's easier to open an account with Stripe, just the same platform. It's $500 US setup plus free mailbox for like 3 months, should include here. You've probably heard of this platform, firstbase.io. It's $400 setup, but they really upsell you for so many things. I end up cancel my account because I really don't like that. So I cancel Firstbase and I do Stripe Atlas instead. Now, to give you an idea, guys, to register a company in Dubai with an agent, with someone that help you do all the paperwork and all that stuff, blood tests and all that stuff, 5 to 7 grand. I ask a lot. 4K on the low end and 8 to 7K on the high end. Now you look at this in the US company, $400-500. It's nothing, and you can do it yourself online. It's simple. Like it took me like 1 hour because like you need to collect all this document, right? Proof of residency, citizenships, and personal and company detail. It's so much easier and less complex and so much faster. Now, like I said, once you have all of that, the documents, once you complete it, it need to wait, right? Which is like 2 weeks. You get the document after that in Stripe Atlas. We email you. You just have to use that document and then open a Stripe account. Yeah, use document from step 1 and open the Stripe account. And for Vice account, open it here, right? This link will give you a free transfer up to £500, right? Okay, so this is an affiliate links of mine. Obviously, when I click on it, it's go to my Vice account. But when you click on it, it should take you to a referral page, right? So that's it for my video. Like I said, guy, this is what worked for me. I'm not a US citizen. Unfortunately, if you're a US citizen, it's probably not going to work for you. Chat with your accountant, see what worked for you in terms of tax saving and all that stuff. I'm very happy with the structure right now. And like I said, only tax that I pay is personal income tax in Thailand to the Thai government. And yeah, it's not that much there. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hopefully I'll catch you on the next one.